Welcome to Albuquerque Real Estate Talk, episode 494, mid-June 2024. Home prices hit an all-time high for Albuquerque in 2024, May 2024. And when I say hit, that's for what homes sold for as well as values. A couple things. Median price for a resale home in Albuquerque was $370,000 median price for a single-family detached home across the whole market. New construction home was 386,000. That's actually down from a couple of years ago. But again, resale homes all-time high at 370,000. If we break it down by price per square foot though, the average price for resale homes was 210,000 per or $210 per square foot versus new construction at 233 per square foot. The interesting thing is new construction also hit an all-time high for
At price
price per
per square
square
foot.
foot, where the median price dropped, the price per square foot went up, which tells us that new construction, they're getting smaller. They're selling better value homes in the sense that the price point, the overall price point is coming down, but the actual price per square foot continues to go up. And I actually was on a call with a bunch of builders the other day, and yeah, I mean, there's no sign and no sign of cost to build going down.
Right.
That's not going
Well,
to happen.
you were telling me the story about an electrician friend of ours
Yeah,
who was saying
HVAC guy.
an
Yeah,
HVAC friend of ours.
yeah,
Yeah. Different contractor, heating, ventilation, air
yeah,
conditioning contractor.
yeah.
And he was saying it's just hard to even do a bid now because the price of a furnace or whatever, a cooler that he bought 3 weeks ago, he can't even firmly give a bid without going and getting a new price
Yeah.
just to do a bid because prices continue to keep going up, which is what we're noticing.
No, for sure, for sure. And then the last thing I want to hit on is this Zillow Home Value Index. This is where Zillow looks at the entire market. And they look at every home.
Entire country.
Well, they look at the entire country, right, but they break it down by market. I want to jump to the Home Sentiment Index, Home Buying Sentiment Index that Fannie Mae does every once. I think they do it monthly, I guess. I get it as a monthly survey. And what they do is they do a survey and they ask, is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time or is it a bad time to buy? And this is for people about home buying. And we do a lot of positive news, but sometimes there's bad news. And so we got to report that as well. And it hit 86% of people surveyed said that it's a bad time to buy a home. That's almost an all-time high.
Yeah.
And the number of people said that it was a good time to buy was only 14%, which is almost an all-time low.
Wow.
So it's interesting. And you know that the other thing is the other question they ask is, I don't know. And usually there's 10% of people that just say, I don't know. In this particular survey, it was just like only like 1% of people didn't know, meaning everybody has a very strong opinion about, is it a good time to buy or is it not a good time to buy?
Interesting.
I that was one thing that jumped out at me.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is we're all bombarded with all types of news. And of course, negative news is much more attractive for the news entities to publish than positive news. And the reality is, okay, fine. Maybe it's not a great time to buy because mortgage rates are high, affordability is rough, but you got to live somewhere.
Right.
I should tell this story. We have some rental homes. We've talked about it on the show before. And I put one on the market over the weekend last week, in a single family home on the west side, nice house, good condition
For rent.
for rent. And oh my gosh, you were watching me going crazy, getting all these inquiries about this home. How many people are looking for single family homes? You could not believe all the different stories I heard of people that want a single family home to rent. They can't buy for whatever reason, affordability, whatever it is. There is very little supply available for single family homes for rent. I do want to hit on one other thing because I talked about it at the top of the show, which is how accurate are these automated valuation tools for your home? right? So, Tracy, we have one that we provide to
Right.
people if they want to find out what their home, get a ballpark on what their home is worth. And there's the most popular one that everybody knows is the Zestimate.
Right.
And so the Zestimate was really Zillow's kind of big claim to fame when they first launched is they're going to put an automated valuation on every single home in the entire country. And that was a big task
Mhm.
and they did it. The question is how accurate is it? And we've had this conversation over the years. New Mexico is known to be not very accurate because of the way our data is aggregated. Um, However, there's an entity that does a lot of research and I don't know what you want to call it, economic research. And they looked at all the different automated valuation models out there. They're called AVMs, right? Zestimate is one of them. And they found that accuracy is within 5% is about 30 to 35% of so
Of
what
the
the
estimates.
of all the homes, they're saying about 30 to 35% are accurate within 5%. But then they found that about 70% are within about 15%. So anyway, it was interesting to see that. It's like you just got to remember all these automated things are just doing math. They're looking at what things have sold for, but they don't know the exact condition. They may not know exactly what's going on with the property. And Tracy, we've talked about it on the show that we have one that you can sign up for right on our website.
We sure do. WelcomeHomeABQ.com. Get on there and find the What's My Home Worth.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what that does, it'll send you
Regular
an
updates.
automated valuation. But if you can look at it and go, huh, it doesn't sound right, reach out to us and we can look at it and actually narrow that down and get that focus. One of the things that's cool about that is once you have that set up, you can put that in there, you put in your mortgage as well, and you can track your equity, right?
Right.
And you have to understand Zillow has some of the best data in the entire country on every single home in the country. They know what's going on with real estate. They have all the feeds to the 600 different multiple listing services around the country in real time what homes are getting sold for and what homes are getting listed for. They got really good data is my point. But what they do is they put out a forecast. They put out a 1 month, a 1 quarter, and then a 1 year forecast. And for the entire country, they're kind of calling year over year price appreciation flat, meaning they don't see a lot of appreciation. And they're actually calling for a little bit of decline in a lot of different markets. But the interesting thing I found is that Albuquerque, out of the 200 markets in the entire country, Albuquerque was one of only 30 that they feel like home prices are going to be up again next year.
Hmm.
And Albuquerque was ranked 18th of these 200 markets around the country for home price appreciation year over year. This is what Zillow's projecting.
So you're saying it's not really you that's the fortune teller. It's Zillow
It's a little
telling
bit
you.
of all of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you gotta do. You can't take one data point and say, "Oh, there it is. There's the answer." No, you look at this, you look at that. I look at list price, I look at price reductions, all of that, and you kind of put it all together. You look at how many homes are coming on the market, how many homes coming off the market, all of that, and you come up with a thing. And then you look at what Zillow comes up with. Yeah, I suspect home prices are gonna be up year over year. Is it gonna be another 8, 9% year? I don't think so. I think it might be 2, 3%, but we don't know. Thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. We appreciate you. And please click subscribe. We'll keep you updated on what's going on with real estate in the Albuquerque area and New Mexico, and of course, across the entire country. Have a great one.